Welcome into Soda City Living for another episode of Michaeline's Makeover Monday. Have you ever heard of an invisible cooktop? No coils, no electric stove, just a countertop that you can cook on. I had never heard of that until I came to the Michaeline showroom. Elvis, the owner, is joining us now to tell us more about Invisacook and Kornerstone. Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely, thank you, Madeline. Yes, Invisacook is very invisible. You don't see anything, it's also easy to clean. The grease don't, gather under the stove top or anything like that. And when you're done cooking, it just turns into a tabletop or an island, You can do homework with the kids or fold your clothes or do whatever you need to do.
Yes, and we do have a friend here with us today. Mary is going to help us demonstrate just how that works. Mary, you ready to turn it on?
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, so this whole process is an induction system, right? So the magnetic induction system, and so if you see under there, the profile is a very thin profile, and the burners are under here and here. And the system actually beeps when you move the pot, and it beeps, and if it disappears, so it will say right there, so that's how you know. And there is also an app you can use to control that. So you can be in the living room watching a show and control your cooktop, or you can be upstairs changing diapers for your kids and still manage your cooking.
Absolutely. So how exactly does this work? How does that heat up a pot?
So the magnetic induction heats the entire vessel. So it cooks evenly. That's better than even the electric coil. It only heats at the bottom.
Right.
So this one cooks evenly, and it's green, meaning it takes less energy to do the same amount of heating. So it's very, it's very safe. No red hot coil, no flames. So you're not, it's safe. It's not going to catch on fire or anything like that. And as you can see, it's starting to, boil already. And there are multiple options, like 2-burner, 4-burner, 5-burner options. And so the system, that's how it works. And the induction by itself is not new, it's been around for a while. But the fact that they've come up with this that is invisible is where it's a game changer, right? So now when it comes to aesthetic appeal and the functionality, this is just ahead of the curve.
It's so interesting because I've never walked into a kitchen and not seen a stove, but this just looks so sleek. And so we'll see afterwards, once we take the pot and the kettle off, you cannot see any burners. So people might be wondering, how do you know where to put your pot and your kettle?
Yeah, that's a good point. So what we do is initially, until the users, like I showed you, the system beeps when you turn on. But we also put a little sticker right there just so you know where the burner is. And we can also put a little engraving mark if the customer wants. And so that way they know where the burner is until they get used to it. But it's pretty straightforward.
After a while, I'm sure you can just memorize where you need to put your stuff. And then, of course, it will beep as well.
That's right. And that's your feedback. And now you can see this is cooking. And Madeline, I want you to be the guinea pig.
Yes.
Here. See here. So now I'm sure you're afraid to touch this, aren't you?
Right. Yeah, so that's very hot.
Go ahead.
And I did notice how you touched
this one too. Put your finger here. Go ahead.
It's just barely lukewarm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it didn't burn your hand.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's just, it only heats the pot, and even this heat that you're seeing is a radiant heat from the pot to the stone. It is not actually through the stone. It's
amazing.
Yeah,
so if you have kids and you're maybe worried about, them getting into something or touching something, you can rest assured as long as they don't touch that pan.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, wow. The sleek design, I love it. And so we do have this panel too, of course, that controls the heat and the cooktops.
Yeah, typically this one obviously is a display piece. When we install it, this is usually under in the cabinet. It draws out like this. and then it goes right back.
So everything is hidden. I love it.
Everything is hidden.
And then the material too, the Invisacook is typically paired with the Michaeline Kornerstone. So tell us what that is.
Yes, the Kornerstone actually, it's a class of stone called sintered stone. And sintered stone is the one that is able to withstand high heat. But Kornerstone or the sintered stone can look very realistic. So these are just some samples, obviously. And the full slabs, you can see how the full slabs look, right? Some veined look, and like that, right? So veined look. Yeah, so this is what I like to call is the next generation material. In our market, people tend to want a thicker edge, right? But that's going to take a while to overcome. But in the next 5 years, this is definitely going to have a significant market share.
Amazing. Yeah. So we've got the Kornerstone. There are other options though if someone's just not ready to give up the granite. So tell us about that.
Sure, we can put Invisacook with granite as well. So for the induction to work properly, we have to keep the thickness of the difference to between 12 to 15 millimeter, like where the induction coil and the pot is. So we will have to mill down the granite where the burners are to that thickness and then install it. It's a lot of work. But if a customer really loves it and that's what they want, we will do that.
Absolutely. And we do want to thank our viewers for watching, and we do want to extend a special offer for them.
Yes, absolutely. So especially during the holiday season, we are having a lot of specials going on, so please check the website or call us. But anyone that is interested in a countertop and an Invisacook system, we're giving $500 off. And just call us and let us know that you saw us at WIS TV. And thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
My pleasure.
Michaeline is proud to offer $500 off your purchase. Make sure to tell them Soda City Living sent you. We'll be right back.